This right here is a fully functional Android TV setup running on a Samsung Galaxy S10. We got smooth 4K video playback, Android TV apps like Jellyfin and YouTube, and full remote navigation, just like you would expect from a dedicated streaming box. But instead of buying new hardware, we repurposing an older flagship phone and turning it into a clean living room media device. So in this video, we're taking a look at the setup, the tweaks required to make it work, and how well it performs as a DIY Android TV box. So here is the device, the Galaxy S10, powered by the Exynos 9820 and paired with 8 gigs of RAM. For a phone released in 2019, that's still a very capable hardware, especially for media playback and streaming. To convert it into a TV box, the setup is quite straightforward. I'm using an Anker USB-C dock for HDMI output, USB expansion, and power delivery. That's the backbone of this build. For control, I got two options. An easy SMX X05 controller for gaming, and for everyday use, an Air Mouse remote with a USB dongle, which instantly makes this feel more like a living room device than a phone connected to a monitor. To complete the transformation, I 3D printed a Raspberry Pi 4 case and modified it slightly so the S10 fits cleanly inside. Once assembled, it generally looks like a purpose-built Android TV box here, and that's where this build really starts to make sense. Originally, I planned to use Cocoon as the main front end. Cocoon is still in beta and is primarily designed for handheld devices, especially dual screen systems like the Iron Tor or the RGDS. On those devices, it works extremely well. However, for a mirror TV setup like this, it wasn't really the cleanest solution. And sometimes the best approach isn't forcing a new interface, it's refining what's already there. Samsung One UI already works surprisingly well for this purpose. It just needs a few smart adjustments here. First, I forced permanent landscape mode using screen orientation control from the Play Store. That immediately transforms the experience on a TV. Next, I installed Keymapper and mapped the hamburger button on the Air Mouse remote to quickly switch between apps here. It's a small tweak, but it makes navigation tighter and a bit more intentional. With those adjustments applied, the interface feels clean, stable, and far more polished than you'd expect from a repurposed phone. And now this is where it actually matters, performance. Under the hood, the Exynos 9820 still handles streaming without any issues. Now I didn't add a cooler to this build, but I do advise you to do so. During extended HDMI output, the device does get warm, which is kinda expected when running continuously. But during testing, including 4K playback, performance remained stable here. For heavier sustained workloads, adding a small phone cooler would improve thermal consistency. For standard streaming and TV usage, this setup performs reliably as it stands, and that's what makes it practical. Since this is designed primarily as a TV box, media playback is the priority here. I installed the Android TV version of Jellyfin. Playback is smooth. Navigation with the Air Mouse feels natural and there are no stutters or crashes. It behaves exactly how a dedicated streaming device should. Next up, we have YouTube. We streaming at 4K at 60 frames per second without dropped frames. Fast loading, smooth playback, and we do have responsive controls here. At this point, it generally feels like a proper Android TV box, not a phone repurpose for the job. And that transformation is what makes this build satisfying. So, yeah, this is one of the simplest ways to give all the flagship hardware a second life. No custom ROMs, no complicated flashing, no deep system modifications, just a few smart tweaks, the right accessories, and a clean layout. The result is a fully usable DIY Android TV box, perfect for a spare bedroom, a secondary setup, or simply proving that all the hardware still has real value. Old tech doesn't have to sit unused. Sometimes it just needs a different purpose. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. If you enjoyed it, drop a like and consider subscribing. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.